I'm sure you've been seeing my client John absolutely crushing it, making over $10,000 a month in just 3 months from starting in the payment processing business. John is a full-time student and a D1 basketball player, and he's still been able to make this work with our program. So today, I'm just gonna let him break down what his journey has been like and how possible it really is. All right. So you want to start just by introducing yourself, saying your name, where you're from?
Yeah, my name's John Shea. I'm from Auburn, Lewiston, Maine. What made me decide to enroll in the program was I had happened to see a TikTok on my For You page come across, and I've been looking into kind of start my own thing with an LLC, whether that was some type of form of making money. And I saw that Sevi had kind of given the rundown of what he did and kind of the process of it. I knew it was not going to be an easy thing, but once you get going and once you get doing it, it seemed to be very rewarding in the end. So I just wanted to give it a shot. So that's when I reached out, kind of, and we booked an onboarding call, and they explained the program to me, and went from there.
What was your biggest challenge and pain point before you started with us?
I'd say the biggest challenge um, originally before starting the business is just doing it. Like it can be intimidating, it can be scary to do, um, especially if you have people around you that don't think it's a good idea, people around you that don't really understand the business landscape. But yeah, I'd say like the biggest thing in the beginning is just it's kind of scary. But at the end of the day, every successful business owner had to start somewhere, and this is where you got to start.
Awesome. So what kind of results have you seen since starting our program and actually getting out there and selling payment processing?
Results I've seen have been, I mean, various of things. Results from building my book of residual or a book of business, building up that residual. I started at obviously zero, and in 1 month's time, I'm up to damn near $5,000 in my book of business. So, I mean, it's very easy to move up as long as you're willing to put the work in. I'd say that the main point is like if you're willing to put the work in, you'll be very successful in this industry. Someone I visited today said to me when I was pitching them, they were like, "Man, if I could go back 20 years, I would have started in the payment processing merchant world." He's like, "That's the best thing you can possibly get into," and I was like, "Damn right it is." Like I've done better for myself in the past month than I've done in 5 years' time throughout my whole high school working like a dog and things I didn't even want to work in. And this is fun. I get to go talk to people all day, every day, and I'm making a shit ton of money while doing it. So can't beat it.
Yeah, now outside of the residual, tell us about your bonuses as well.
Yeah. So so bonuses. It's a fairly new thing for us. We're starting leasing within the company, and so for example, I just helped out a auto shop save about $1,600 a month while putting them on a $400 a month lease, and I got a $3,000 bonus upfront that I'm actually receiving today, which I'm very excited about. And then on top of that, I'm making $1,200 in residual every single month for the next 4 years because they're locked into a 4-year contract. So the bonuses are quite crazy. And then actually the Monday after, I I sold another lease for $300 a month for 48 months. That's going to end up being about $2,500 in bonus. So that's over 5 grand in 3 days that I made just off bonuses. So I mean,
And then
you
another
can,
one today.
yeah. And then I got another one today. That was it was a little less. It was about $1,000, but $1,000 bonus is pretty good to me on top of residual bonuses that you're getting every month for as long as they're in a lease for. So
And
it's really a
the North one was that's the instant bonus is almost $1,000, but then you're going to get a residual multiplier on that deal too. So
oh yeah,
even if, yeah, so should be, I don't know, maybe possibly a couple grand, depending.
I forgot about the multiplier. That's right.
Yeah. Yep.
What is
Yep.
it? What is it? Times four, right?
Yep. 4x.
That's crazy. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. That just made me even more excited.
How many deals have you signed so far?
To date, I mean, as you know, I play Division One basketball. It's been a little rough for me at the start because, I mean, we're just 40-hour weeks, go, 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 nonstop. But we've been out of season for about a week, and I've gotten 3 deals since. So I've gotten 3 deals in the last week, building my book of business. I mean, like I said before, I'm built it $3,000 in residual up plus $7,000 in bonuses. That's just in the past week. So, but total, I have one, two, three. I think I have either 7 or 8 accounts since the end of January to
Mhm.
date, and that's with me being on the road and cold calling from the bus or my hotel room. So, I mean, if you can get out and do your thing and bust your ass, like there's not saying you can't get 4 deals a week. 4 deals a week for 1 month, that's friggin' 16 accounts. 16 accounts, that's easily $10,000 a month in just a month if you're actually willing to put the work in and do it, really.
And now, how long did it take you to get that first deal after you finished training?
After I finished training, 4 days, about 4 days.
Now, in terms of the quality of our program and our training and everything we do to get you prepared to go out there, do you think we did an effective job teaching you what to expect and how to go about selling this?
Yeah, I think the course was the greatest thing that I could have done getting into it. I think I learned more from that course than I learned throughout my 3 years of my college education, which was where I finished the course in a week. Um, I mean, honestly, I learned more in that one week about real life stuff to make real money than I did in 3 years of my college education. So very, very valuable, especially if you take it serious and take the time to understand it and actually comprehend what you're listening to.
Awesome. What's been the most rewarding part of this journey for you?
Most rewarding part for me, I was thinking about this earlier actually. I because I mean if you do your stuff and you do it well, you're gonna get better access to better materials, I guess you could say. Like I'm in a group chat with Sevi and one of our other leading guys, Pete, and these guys are friggin' tanks. Like they'll help you close deals. If you're willing to put the work in and you're willing to go out there and get the deal rolling, they're willing to help you close it, regardless how deep in, regardless. You just have to be willing to show them that you're willing to work. But I was actually thinking about that earlier. Um, After I closed another deal today with my North bonus, Pete had texted me in our little group chat and he was like, John, you're a fucking beast. And I was like, yo, that's just the best feeling ever because this guy's been in payment processing for how long?
12 years.
12 years. And he's made just a dumb amount of money. He's made so much money. And the fact that he's kind of recognizing me, telling me I'm killing it right now, is motivating for me to continue um, to make that money and continue bringing it to the organization and just, I mean, yeah, it's just that to me was just as good as pulling a deal is getting kind of praise from a guy like that, guy who's been in it for so long, and a guy that knows so much what he's talking about.
Awesome. Now, I know you were skeptical about the whole thing at first. What would you say to others who are in that same position that are kind of skeptical about it, a little bit iffy if it's going to work for them or if it's real? What would you have to say to those people on the fence?
Yeah, no, I definitely was skeptical about it at first, um, as anybody really would be. I mean, I totally understand why you would be skeptical about something like this. It sounds too good to be true. As long as along with the program we're selling is too good to be true as well. It sounds too good to be true, but it's really not. You get all the resources that you could possibly need through Sevi, through all the people on the back end. Um, whether it's helping you create a route for the week of what places you're going to hit in your hometown or 20 miles from your hometown or just anywhere within the state, really. Like, I mean, if you're skeptical about it, like I said, I get it. I'm sure Savvy gets it too. Um, but it's truly the best decision I've ever made for myself. I'm setting myself up for financial freedom for the rest of my life, and I'm 21 years old. It's a pretty amazing thing, and it really is the opportunity of a lifetime. And this just wasn't something I could pass up, especially with all the perks that came with it.
Okay. How has the program exceeded your expectations? Like, in what ways has it been better than you're even hoping for?
I'd say the thing that exceeds my expectations is truly just the accessibility that you have with everybody in the program, whether it's the owner of the company being Sevi or even myself. I've had many people reach out to me in the past week within the program asking me for tips because I've been doing pretty well. That's very rewarding as well. But like I said, what I'm on the East Coast, Pete's on the West Coast. He's 3 hours behind us. Sevi's in Central Time. He's an hour behind us. If I text them at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's 5 o'clock for Pete on the West Coast. He's texting me back within 3 minutes. Like, I don't think Pete sleeps. Um, yeah, I mean, even at 10 p.m., if I'm trying to close something at 7 p.m. over on the West Coast, I got Pete text me back.
Mhm.
It's a little easier for Sevi because we're only an hour difference. But basically, my point is just like you text someone needing help, like they're there for you. They're setting you up for the most success that you could possibly get. They're rooting for you in every way possible. As long the culture we have is awesome too. Like in our circle group, every time you post a deal, everyone's liking it, commented, hell yeah, like good shit, all these things. And it's just so motivating to continue going forward and continue doing those things. Sevi had recently hooked me up with one of our team members. His name's Brandon. We pick each other's brain almost every single day. Him and I are kind of leading the pack right now, I'd say. But yeah, he connected us, and we're kind of competing with each other in a sense. But yeah, it's awesome. Like just picking each other's brains because like we want each other to succeed. But when we see that deal come up, it's like, oh shit, I got to go get one now. So it's just like that never ending battle of wanting your teammates to succeed, but also trying to better yourself and continue going to get more deals.
Tell me about a deal that you've had that me or Pete or anyone on our team was able to help you close and get across the line.
Yeah, I'd say my most recent one, or my second to most recent one with Rocklifts, it's an auto body shop up here in Hamden, Maine, where I live. They were on a really bad situation, and they were in a situation where they were paying $750 a month for a lease, which happened to be very not allowed, if that makes sense. Very uncompliant, very illegal,
You're getting
and
ripped off, yeah.
yeah, pretty bad, really bad. And I was like, oh, I don't know if we'll be able to kind of get your rate any lower because at this point I didn't know that auto rates were very low risk, so you could go pretty low with them. Um, but when I had called Sevi, I was like, dude, this doesn't seem right. Like it's a lot of this stuff isn't adding up. The fees are, there's no fees on the monthly statement, so I sent it over to him and Sevi was like, "Yeah, this is very shady." So we went forward with it. Sevi kind of forwarded everything to Pete. We got on a three-way call. Myself and the merchant were on one end. Pete and Sevi were merged into the call. We got it all squared away. We realized that these people were actually paying that $750 a month lease. Again, very uncompliant, very illegal, very not allowed. And we were able to get them on that $400 a month lease with a much better equipment than they were on before that. And we don't pay for that. It's completely free for us to install. And on top of that, we make that $3,000 bonus. So it really is a win-win regardless. And without Sevi and Pete, I would have had absolutely no clue what to do with all that information. It was just like information overload. But when you have guys like Pete and Sevi, I'm not sure how long Sevi's been in the payment processing world, but when you got a guy like Pete who's been there for 12 years and he just knows so much and he's so knowledgeable. And Pete also knows guys that he pulls into meetings and calls when needed as well. So we just there's so many connections, so many access points there's no way you fail. There's no way you fail.
Was making the decision to go forward with our program worth it?
1,000,000,000% yes. I mean, just like everything I've said before now, like the access you have to everything in the program, the access you have to the owner of the company just doesn't happen. Um, and just the willingness to help. Like I said, like there's people, you got Sevi who's up here who's willing to help guys that are down here trying to make it up here. Like, and then you got guys like me who are probably like a little bit maybe above the guys that are starting because I got a couple deals under my belt, a couple accounts under my belt, who these guys are messaging me, asking me what I did to get here, and I'm more than happy to talk to them. I'm more than happy to hop on a Zoom, a FaceTime call with them. Like I said, everybody just wants you to succeed, and if you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to grind out the time, there's again, you're set up for success. You are not set up for failure in this company, and if you're willing to do it, there's no way you fail.
Cool. That's all I got. Any final remarks? Anything else you wanna throw out there that we haven't touched on?
No, man. I mean, this was the best decision I've ever made for myself. And I mean, the people around me that were like skeptical about it are not skeptical anymore because they see the money coming in. So
They're asking you how to get in on it.
exactly.